Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a brand new video. It is Sunday. We just got home from Little Harbour, which was amazing. I will tell you all about it a little bit later on in this vlog. First, I have a very exciting haul to share with you guys. I am teaming up with Temu for this portion of today's video, and yes guys, I did learn how to pronounce it properly. It is Temu. So Temu was appearing in my socials feed for the longest time, just like many others. I know that I'm not the only one that has seen it come up in their social feeds, and it seemed a little bit too good to be true, so I kept scrolling past it until I started hearing people talking about it. So I thought I'd give it a go, and I showed you guys the bits that I bought a couple of vlogs ago, I think, and I was actually genuinely impressed with the entire service in general and the quality of the products that I received. If you haven't heard of Temu before, they are an online marketplace and they have so much to choose from, guys. From lots of different categories, from fashion to toys to gadgets to home. They have tons. They often have site-wide sales for up to 90% off, and they also do free standard shipping on almost everything. Not only that, they offer free returns within 90 days, and also if your products that you've ordered aren't delivered by their estimated delivery date, they will give you a £5 credit, which I think is amazing. Temu reached out to me, and after having such a positive experience the last time I ordered from them, I was really excited to work with them, and I am excited to show you lots of things that they actually have to offer on their website. Now obviously this is just a fraction, but Temu did let me choose a selection of things that I could share with you guys. I also have a code to share with you guys which will give you £100 worth of coupons. So I will leave my code on screen and in the description box below with all of the details and also a link to download the app. So like I said, I've chosen a selection of things to share with you guys, and there's no real rhyme or reason to a lot of these things. I've got a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So let's get into this little haul and I'll show you what I picked up. So the first thing I actually picked up was this little toy for Avery. Now if you're new to my channel, my daughter Avery has cerebral palsy and she's 2 years and 4 months, and she's recently started to learn how to intentionally reach for things. She's getting really good at it. So I thought this would be a really good toy for her to help build on that development and maybe start helping with her motor and gross and motor skills. No, I still said that wrong. Gross and fine motor skills. That's what I meant, I think. But anyway, alongside that, the colours are gorgeous. This little set here actually came in 3 colourways, but I went with the kind of more boho muted colour scheme. So when she's not playing with it, this is still going to look really nice out in her room, which I absolutely love. The next thing I picked up, also technically for Avery, this is a medical bag essentially. It's just like a little mini first aid kit style bag, and what I intend to use this for is put Avery's G-tube emergency kit inside. I've talked about this before. I keep an emergency G-tube kit. It's kind of expanded a little bit since then. It's no longer just an emergency G-tube kit. We also keep her rescue med in there as well. So I just thought this would be a really nice bag. It does have little pockets in there as well. And then it has this bigger compartment here. Now I'm not gonna lie, when I ordered this, I thought it was gonna be smaller than this. This is actually pretty big for what I was expecting. So really happy with that. And I think what I like as well is because it's got this little tablet symbol here, it's quite obvious that this is something medical. So if for whatever reason, you never know what could happen, someone else needs to get this out of Avery's baby bag, then it's quite obviously a medical kit. So I thought this would come in really handy. And even though it is quite big in size, it is quite flat if it's empty. So if we don't fill this up all the way, we can flatten it and it should tuck nicely into her baby bag. So I'm really happy with this. It seems nice quality and really affordable as well. Next thing I picked up was a home purchase, and this is really random, but I wanted a set of nice napkins for when we host dinners or maybe have special dinners like Christmas dinner, Easter dinner, things like that. I don't actually have any napkins, and I saw these on there and I thought they would just be really nice to have. So these are just a plain set of napkins. I really like the fabric. They feel really nice quality. They've got a nice hem on the outside and they had these in a lot of different colorways as well, but I went for like the neutral brownie beige color, of course. You will not be surprised if you've been keeping up with my videos over the last few weeks, but this is in a set of 6. So excited for the next time we have a nice family dinner and I can use those. Next thing, kind of random, but this is something that I really wanted to have. And in all honesty, there's really not a lot that you can't find on Temu, especially when it comes to kind of home and trinkets and gadgets. So I picked up a set of Dryables. I was I'm in an hour in between whether I wanted Dryables or dryer sheets, but what I thought is I could actually drop some essential oils into these and throw these in the tumble dryer, and supposedly Dryables help your washing dry a little bit faster because it's helping the air circulate a little bit more. And if I pop some essential oils into these, then it should help make the clothes smell nice as well. So just really simple 3 Dryables. They were super cheap and I wanted some, so I thought I would pick these up. The next couple of things I picked up are actually for the boys, and from September the boys are going to be having packed lunches at school. I cannot believe the summer holidays already upon us. Where has the last year gone? But anyway, I picked them up a couple of bento boxes. So I got one in like this sagey green colour. It's not really a sagey green, it's more of a pastel green I'd say, but it's got kind of like a speckled detail on it, which is really nice. And then I also picked up a beige one as well, and I just thought these would be really good because they give me a lot more options. I don't necessarily need to have things in packets. I can pack their sandwich in here, or I can put some pasta in here, or some kind of dish that I've made that they can have as leftovers, and then I could put maybe trail mix, crackers, yogurt, fruit, you know, options are endless with this, and I just thought it will help me give them a bit more variety in their lunches. And then to go alongside them, I picked them both up one of these little cooler bags. I got one in this kind of maroon red colour and then one in black. And we actually use this bag, well not this exact bag, but a bag just like this but in pink, for all of Avery's meds or feed that we travel around with. And we put a little ice pack inside here, and it helps them stay cold. It helps all of her meds and feed stay cold for a really long time. So I thought, especially in the summer months, it would be really good to pop their little bento box inside the bag. It fits perfectly actually, and I've actually still got some room for maybe a packet of crisps. Zip that up, pop an ice pack in there, and their food is going to stay nice and cool, and it's nice and easy for them to carry as well. And it also has a little pocket in the front. So on Temu they actually have these little containers with like a little plastic knife, fork and spoon set inside that are reusable, and you can get them in the same colours as the bento boxes. So I might actually go on there and purchase those so that they can keep a little set of cutlery in here, so if they do have any leftovers for their lunch, that will be really handy. And I just think it's a nice little set. It's not your conventional kids lunchbox, and it's going to make things for me a whole lot easier come September, so I'm really happy with these little bits. The next couple of bits I picked up are actually for Josh. He likes to keep a camping bag kind of together, and I just picked a few little bits up for him for that hobby. So the first thing I picked up was this little bag. I think Josh intends to use this as a little first aid kit, and he's going to attach it to his rucksack. It's quite a similar colour to it, so it should blend in nicely. It's got a nice little mesh compartment here at the side, and then it's just got a bigger compartment in the centre, and then you can also slot little bits inside here as well. Maybe a pen might be handy, I don't know. This is all Josh's department, but I know he's going to be happy with this. He can attach it to his rucksack, like I said, and it's just somewhere for him to keep maybe a little essentials kit. And then the next thing I picked up for Josh was actually this little camping kettle. So it's just a little metal kettle. It's nice and compact, it has a lid, and it comes in this little mesh bag as well, which he could attach again to his rucksack. So something nice for him if he wants to go out camping. Let's move on to a couple of fashion bits, because Temu do sell clothes as well. Now this first thing was £3.99, and it's a sweater, and a sweater for £3.99 is absolutely amazing. It's not the thickest, it is quite a thin sweater, so this is definitely going to be more for spring and autumn months, maybe even in the summertime when it's a little bit chilly, just something to throw over if you are wearing lighter clothes and it gets cooler in the evenings maybe. But it's this really gorgeous, vibrant forest green colour. I was really hoping these would match my green leggings. Sadly they don't. This is a little bit more vibrant. I think my leggings are more of a moss kind of green. This is definitely more of a vibrant forest green, but still I really like it. It is fleecy and soft on the inside, and it just says Los Angeles, California on the front, so nice and simple. And I'm definitely going to get a lot of use out of this, especially since this is light enough to wear throughout a lot of the seasons. I mean, this would even work for winter, to be fair, with a long sleeve top on underneath. So I definitely say this is an all-rounder, so I'm really happy with that. I think I actually bought this in a large. Yeah, I did. I bought it in a large because I wanted it really oversized. And I also picked up Avery a couple of pieces of clothing as well, because they have the most adorable little girls' clothes on there. So the first thing I picked up for Avery is this gorgeous little dress. I love the print on this. If you haven't been able to tell already, I'm really loving rainbows at the moment, and this colour screams autumn to me. It's quite a lightweight fabric. I'm not too sure what this fabric is called, but you can see it closer up there. And I will get a lot of use out of this in the summertime, just as it is, or with a nice pair of cozy tights and a big woolly cardigan in the cooler months. This will look really lovely, and again, super affordable. And then this is probably my favourite. Once again, sticking with the rainbow theme, I got her this lovely little sweater romper. How cute is that? They did have this in like a lighter beige colour as well, but they didn't have the size I was looking for Avery. I can't remember what size I ordered this in. I think I ordered it in a bigger size. This does look quite big. Not 100% sure, but I think I did, like I said, order this in the bigger size. But again, it just has the rainbow on the front. It is a nice kind of jersey style fabric, and it just has poppers on the bottom. Sometimes you can get baby clothes like romper styles like this and they have a fasten at the back or something but no buttons at the bottom. They have to have buttons at the crotch for babies really, otherwise it just makes nappy changes a nightmare. So really happy with this one as well. This next thing I picked up, I actually had my mum in mind for, and I'm thinking about giving it to her as a gift, potentially even for Christmas. I know I'm being incredibly premature and I'm so sorry for saying the C word so early on in the year, but I like to think ahead, and I saw this and thought of my mum and I had to pick it up. As a matter of fact, when I did my first order that I showed you guys a few weeks ago, I had this in my basket and then I took it out of my basket. So this time I kept it in my basket. It is this adorable little set of elephants, and they do come apart. You don't have to have them attached like this, but I think the intent is to have them over the side of the table or a sideboard or something, but you can have them all separate. Now me and my mum, we love elephants. My mum absolutely adores elephants. We actually both have matching elephant tattoos with like a mummy and a baby elephant. So I thought she would absolutely love this. I think it's so adorable. Again, it was really inexpensive, and I think I might actually give this to her as a Christmas gift. But like I said, they all do come apart. You don't have to have them all attached, but I think these are so cute. The last few bits I've got to show you are actually all for the home. So I have been trying to tackle bits of my home throughout the last few weeks, just trying to make them look a little bit nicer and make me feel a little bit nicer about them. So yeah, first thing I picked up, because at the moment I'm tackling kitchen organisation, I picked up this Lazy Susan, and I think what I love about this one compared to a lot of others that I've seen is the fact that it's wooden. This looks so nice. This would look so nice in a cupboard or in a pantry, especially with those glass jars with the acacia wood tops. It's got a really nice smooth turn, and it's really big too. It's a nice decent size, so I thought I could maybe use this for sauces, or maybe like things that come in jars like peanut butter and jam, bits and bobs like that, or oils. and it just makes them easier to get to, and I could literally just sit here turning this like that for ages. But really happy with this. The quality is nice. Like I said, it's nice and smooth to turn, so I'm really glad that I picked that one up. I was on the hunt for some more Pampers Grass style foliage, and I noticed that Temu had a lot on there really cheap, so I thought I would give it a go. I've not actually opened this yet, so I don't know what it's like, but like I said, it was really inexpensive, so I'm not sure if I want to take off the second. Do you know what? I will. For the purpose of showing you guys, I'll take off the second little thing. Oh, okay, so this actually comes with four different kinds of Pampers. So you've got this kind here, this really light one, these kind of, what are these called, bunny tails, and then this one here as well. So all together, once these are all taken out of their little little ties, these are going to make a really nice arrangement, because I can kind of bush them out a little bit, and I've got a few vases that I really want to fill with Pampers Grass, so I really like these. Really happy with them, considering how cheap they were. Really happy with these. Getting on to the last couple of bits now. This next thing, I was actually looking for a new cutlery organizer, and I really loved the look of the bamboo ones. I just think they look more nice on the eye in drawers. So I picked up this one, and as you can see, it's got lots of different compartments in it. This will fit in my drawer really nicely, and I just think it looks nicer than the plastic ones, so really happy with this. I'm excited to actually reorganize my cutlery in here, because honestly my cutlery drawer is a mess at the moment. Then last but not least, I decided to go a little bit more expensive just to test out what the quality is like. So I ordered a pan, and like I said, this one was at a little bit higher of a price point, but still affordable for what it is. But I just wanted to see what I would get if I was going to spend a little bit more money. So I picked up this pan. At the moment it's disassembled, so I'm going to assemble it quickly. Oh wow, okay. So it actually comes with a screwdriver as well, I'm guessing, to assemble the handle. So let's see if I can quickly get this on. Now I've actually got a cast iron skillet at the moment, and I love my skillet, but it's quite heavy, so I wanted something that was a little bit more lightweight. And I'm not gonna lie, I was drawn to the colour of this one, and apparently it's really easy to clean. It's really easy to kind of keep it non-stick. Okay, so that was fairly easy to put together. You literally just have to put the screw into the handle and then screw it onto the pan. But like I said, I was drawn to the colour of this one. I think this is a beautiful pan. It's a really nice size as well. A lot of them I was looking at were a bit too small for me, because we're a big family. We need a big frying pan. So it's just got this nice wood effect handle, and this feels solid. It's nice and lightweight, but it doesn't feel cheap at all. So considering this is a little bit of a higher price point, I'm really happy with the quality for what you get. I would definitely not be shy to spend a little bit of extra money on Temu if it meant getting things like this. This would definitely cost a lot more somewhere else, so I'm really happy with that. And like I said, the aesthetic of this is so nice, and it's even got a bit of a grip here, so you know when you're kind of flipping things, it's not going to slide out of your hands. It feels really nice and sturdy, so really impressed with that. As a matter of fact, I'm really impressed with everything that is in this haul, to be fair, considering how affordable they all are. So 100% do not sleep on Temu. Like I said, I will leave my coupon code and all the details down below in the description. So thank you so much, Temu, for sending me all of these goodies and for working with me for this portion of the video. I'm really happy with all of this, and I'm so impressed. Little Harbour was amazing. I mean, to be honest, it's never anything less. I've just got Avery in front of me, which is probably why you can hear a little noise in the background, and I'm just gonna transfer all of Avery's G-Tube emergency kit into this bag that I got from Temu. Okay, it might actually stop now. I've just been playing with Avery with some toys and takes them ages to shut up. Anyway, had an amazing time at Little Harbour. We got there on the Friday evening at around 5 o'clock, so just in time for their dinner time, which was a perfect timing. So we had dinner. I think there was a choice between fish pie and Mediterranean tart, and they were both lovely. And then they had made a Biscoff drip cake, which, oh my goodness, was so nice. But we got settled in and handed over all of Avery's meds, kind of went through her care plan and whatnot, made sure it was all up to date. And to be honest, then it was time for Avery's bedtime routine, so did that. She was a little monkey and didn't go to sleep until about 10:30. And then we kind of left her then with the her night nurse, and went upstairs and crashed. Avery, they have rooms downstairs for the children, the service users, I suppose. And they're fully kitted out, and obviously the nurse office is downstairs, and each child has their own one-to-one nurse. So we've got Avery's rolling again. We've gotten to a point where we feel comfortable leaving her downstairs. We didn't at first. We used to have her in a travel cart up in our room, in one of the parents' rooms, but we've gotten to the point where we feel comfortable leaving her downstairs. The nurses will call us if there are any problems in the night, or they will just come and knock us up. So yeah, we feel comfortable. Avery's comfortable. Saturday, we just spent the day relaxing and doing nice little things together as a family. Avery and the boys went in the hydrotherapy pool. Avery went in the sensory room. We had a couple of very nice meals again. I tried to take Avery out for a walk. I took her down to the sensory garden because they've got a beautiful outdoor area. I took her to the sensory garden, and the second we got there she did a huge poo, so we just had to turn around and go back. But the weather was a bit miserable, so we didn't really get much of a chance to go outside. Sunday again was much the same. Honestly, the entire kind of vibe of Little Harbour when we go there, it feels like a home away from home. We feel really comfortable there, and we can just chill. There's no cleaning for us to do, there's no cooking for us to do. We can just spend time together as a family without worrying about life, and we know that there are nurses and trained staff on call there should anything happen with Avery, and they will kind of take over a lot of Avery's cares for us as well, a lot of Avery's medical kind of bits and bobs, just so that we can focus more on being parents and actually enjoying time with our kids. So they will sort out all of her feed, they will draw up her meds, they do all the stuff that takes up a ton of our time at home. So it's really lovely. And if you are new to my channel or you've not heard of me talk about Little Harbour before, Little Harbour is a children's hospice. They are part of Children's Hospice Southwest, and they're incredible. I mean, we refused the referral for a children's hospice for a really long time because the thought of it didn't sit right with us, because we had a different image in our head of what a children's hospice would look like. It kind of made me feel as though if we accepted that referral, we're almost accepting like a horrible fate for Avery, and I really didn't like the idea. But they convinced us to take the referral, and honestly, I'm so glad we did, because it's just not what I thought it was at all. It's so lovely, and it really has become Avery's talking to me. It really has become like our little sanctuary, our home away from home, and we love it every time we get to go there. We've been 3 times this year already, so fingers crossed we'll get to go again very soon. But we had all of the kids with us this time. We had Marley as well, so that was really nice too. Yeah, it's been a really nice, refreshing weekend. I'm not gonna lie, we always come back feeling quite tired because we've done so little. It makes us feel really tired. Oh dear, she's getting a little bit grumpy. But we had a lovely time, didn't we, Puds? Hey? And they've got so many facilities as well for all the kids. They've got the sensory room, they've got the hydrotherapy pool. It's okay. They've got a soft play, which is in like a little outbuilding, and they've got tons of outdoor space. They have accessible like park equipment. It's just, there's so much to do, and even on a rainy day they've got tons of board games, tons of DVDs, a massive, I think it's a 90-inch TV in kind of like their main living room. They have a messy playroom, they have like a games room with a pool table, they have games consoles, they've got it all really. It's impossible to get bored there. And then they've also got all the equipment that Avery could need as well. We obviously take her feed and feeding pump and all those kind of bits and bobs with us, but they have a pea pod there, which is usually what Avery tends to use, just to save our backs a little bit while we're there. I forgot to take Avery's pushchair with us this time, but they did actually have the special tomato jogger there. Someone had donated that, so we were able to use that to take Avery out to the sensory garden. So that was quite good. I got to test out the special tomato jogger, because as you guys know, we recently got the special tomato EIO pushchair, and I did quite like the jogger actually. It was nice and smooth and really lightweight. All in all, really lovely weekend, wasn't it? Came back to a lot of laundry and putting things away and whatnot, but totally worth it for a nice little weekend getaway as a family, isn't it? What, do you not agree? Don't be silly, I know you loved it. You loved it. Yes, you did. Avery has been a little bit not herself this weekend, though, I'm not going to lie. She hasn't been pooping as often as she normally does, so I don't know if that's got anything to do with it. And she's been twitching like mad. These little twitches that we're still not 100% sure what they are. So I have actually started to keep a record again, just to see how many she's having, how frequent they are, if they're happening multiple times every day, and if they are and they persist like that until Avery's paediatrician appointment on the 1st of August, then I will probably request another EEG to be done. I've been avoiding it because I really don't want to have to do it if we really don't have to. If you have a little one that's ever had an EEG before and then tried to get the glue off of their hair, it takes months. It takes months of hours sitting and combing through the hair bit by bit to get all the stuff out of their hair, and it's horrible. It's not a very nice experience. It's not very nice to see them covered in wires for 24 hours straight, but if she's still having these twitches, then I do think it's going to be necessary, because we could really do finding out if they are epileptic or not, because if they are and she's having them this frequently, then I think there's going to have to be a bit of a med adjustment. But anyway, I'm going to crack on loading this little bag. I thought I would just reshare what I actually put in this little kit with you guys, because it's been a while. So basically this is the pouch we take with us everywhere when we have Avery. It's her G-tube emergency kit, but it's now become more of a general emergency kit as well, because we do also now keep her buccal midazolam in there as well, which is her seizure rescue med. So first things first, I always keep a spare button in her kit. Essentially what I want this kit to do is cover all eventualities. So if her G-tube fell out, if the G-tube fell out and the hole closed over, if it didn't close over, if something went wrong with the G-tube, if we had to fit an NG tube, a lot of different scenarios. I just want it to cover as much as it possibly can. So along with the button, I've also got a spare extension set. This has come in handy on occasion before because we have forgotten it before, and obviously without Avery's extension set we can't actually feed her because we use the end-fit syringes, so these won't go directly into her G-tube. I also have a couple of Lure tip syringes. This is what we use to remove the water from Avery's balloon on the button. So a couple of those if we need to do that. Like I said, I've got her buccal midazolam in there as well now. A pair of scissors, they come in handy for a lot. I have a stoma, actually no, I have a couple of stoma stoppers. So these essentially will go into her stoma hole. If her G-tube fell out and say, for example, we're in a situation where there's no way we can refit the G-tube straight away, we can pop one of these in and it will just prevent the hole from closing over, because it's like a piercing hole, it can close over very, very quickly. I've got one of these little tapes. This is if we need to keep her extension set in and we want to tape it down just so that it doesn't tug or get in the way of anything. I've got some micropore tape. Again, this comes in handy for a lot of things. A little bottle of sterile water for the balloon button, or if we need to give her some water and we don't have any. I've got Ergo Toll absorbent pad here. We used to use these a lot, in all honesty. We probably don't necessarily need this in our kit anymore because we don't use them anymore. We use button pads, but you never know. It doesn't take up a lot of space. What's the matter, baby girl? We have some pH strips because if we were to change the tube, we'd need to check the pH just to make sure it was in the right place. I've got a selection of syringes, so I've essentially got one of each, a 60, a 20, a 5 and a 3. Some gauze, again this comes in handy for a lot of things. And then I have an NG tube, so like I said, trying to cover all eventualities, so if God forbid the tube fell out we didn't notice, and yeah, and the hole closed over, and I don't know, for whatever reason we couldn't get her in to see a medical professional straight away and she was due a feed. I am trained to pass an NG tube, so as much as I wouldn't like to do it if it meant avoiding starving her, I would do it, and it's just a different way that we can get food into her stomach. So to go along with that, Pudding Pop, you are being very stretchy today. I have just got some Comfeel and some Tegaderm, so just supplies to tape the NG tube down if we needed it, and if not, this also works to tape the G tube extension down as well if we need to, and then some appeal wipes to remove any sticky pads without tugging on her skin or hurting her too much, and then last but not least a spare giving set, because now and again, I say now and again, it's not actually happened to us, but if we were to forget one, if we didn't have enough, it's just handy to have an extra. So I am going to slot all of these things nicely into this bag. I'm excited to actually have little compartments as well, and there we go, it all fits in there nicely. I've just used these front 3 compartments for the water, the midazolam and scissors. In the compartment behind it I've got the stoma stoppers because that makes them really easy to grab in an emergency, and then in the back compartment here I've just got the NG tube supplies, and then the rest is just all in the main compartment, and there's still quite a bit of room left in this pouch as well if, I don't know, Avery's needs became more complicated or I wanted to make this a full-blown first aid kit. So that's what it's like. It does have the kind of room in there to squish down a bit, but I will pop this in her baby bag, and this will just replace her G-tube emergency kit. And I like that this is very obviously some kind of medical first aid kit, so if me or Josh were not coherent, you just, like I keep saying, you just never know. Someone will be aware that that is a medical kit. So I am gonna feed little madam now because it is feed time. So she's probably getting hungry. That could be why she's getting a little bit stretchy and grumpy, eh, Puds? But like I said, she hasn't quite been herself, so we are just keeping a very close eye on her. So we're gonna do some baking, and I say we because my little helper is actually back with me. She is in her special tomato seat, which got delivered last week, and we're just trying to build up a tolerance to it. So she's in here helping me while she has her feed, aren't you, babe? We have popped this. This was like a pushchair insert I bought a while ago. We used in the pushchair for a while and then stopped using it. And when we were with the rep trying out the seats, we realised that she could do with something just either side of her head here to help keep it in place. And this actually worked out perfectly. So it works, doesn't it? I got your feeties. Gorgeous girl. So I'm gonna make some breakfast muffins, a sweet muffin, not like an egg muffin, for Josh and the boys, but I thought it could act as like a nice healthy hearty on-the-go breakfast for Josh, and I know the boys will enjoy these too. I won't like these because I don't like blueberries, and they have blueberries in them, but I thought it would be a nice bake for the boys. So this recipe is actually from tamingtwins.com, and it is their healthy breakfast muffins recipe, so I am gonna give this a go. So it says in the recipe just to mix the wet ingredients and the dry ingredients separately, and then essentially mix them together. So for the wet ingredients, I'm using 1 egg, 175 ml of milk. It says in the recipe to use whole milk, but I don't have whole milk. I have semi-skimmed, so that is what I'm using. 75 grams of honey, and 100 ml of vegetable oil. I've got sunflower oil, but I think that should be fine as well. And then for the dry ingredients, I'm using 200 grams of plain flour, 50 grams of rolled oats. I don't think these are rolled oats, these are just porridge oats, but I'm going to use them and hopefully it will turn out okay. 2.5 teaspoons of baking powder, half a teaspoon of baking soda, a teaspoon of cinnamon, zest of 1 orange, which I have in the fridge, and 175 grams of blueberries. It says fresh blueberries, but I am using frozen because that is what I had. So I'm just going to mix the wet and the dry ingredients in separate bowls and then mix them together. And I'm actually going to test out my new muffin cases that I bought from Temu a couple of weeks ago, so excited to see how they turn out. I will link the website that I found this recipe on so that you can actually follow the recipe if you want to, but I'm going to crack on and get these muffins mixed and in the oven. Muffins are done and cooled. They look so yummy. Sadly, I know I won't like them because I don't like blueberries, but I'm sure the boys are going to enjoy those, and it's a healthy recipe too, so really happy with that little bake. I've just finished making a lasagna for dinner, as you would have seen, so that's all prepped. So all I've got to do now is bung that in the oven, chop up a salad, and dinner is pretty much done for tonight. Today is one of my only kind of empty-ish days this week. Tomorrow Eli's sports day is supposed to be happening because it was postponed from bad weather, and then Wednesday Avery has a abdominal scan. Don't actually know what that's for, but obviously she's been referred for it, so that's happening on Wednesday. And then Thursday the boys have their school discos in the evening, and Friday is their last day of school, so yeah. So I've got quite the pile of dishes to do after my baking and cooking, so I think what I'm going to do now is get Avery in her stander and clean up the kitchen a bit before the boys come home from school. It's just past 2 o'clock now, so I think I'm going to close this vlog off here. I hope you enjoyed it. Please hit the thumbs up button if you did, and hit the subscribe button if you find yourself coming back to my videos often. It really helps me out. And with that said, I will see you guys in a few days with another video. Bye guys.